y'all probably didn't come to church this morning expecting to hear financial advice from a 16-year-old, but I'm here now, so expect the unexpected. My name is Olivia. I'm a junior at Northwest Silver High School. I've been coming to West Market Street for literally my entire life. My grandfather, Bill Ellison, actually works here as a minister. He's sitting right there. Say hi. I'm sure some of you know him. I became heavily involved in youth programming in 7th grade. Being a teenager, I know that it can be hard to give financially. Most of my friends feel this way because the vast majority of us don't work during the school year. Without an income and still shouldering financial responsibilities, it can be hard to think about giving. But as most of the athletic coaches I've ever had have told me, you're going to get out of something what you put into it. Speaking of athletic coaches, I know y'all watched March Madness last year. Don't act like you didn't. I know you did. I don't even like basketball, and I watched March Madness. So, as I'm sure you're aware, UVA won for the first time ever. When you win the NCAA tournament, the head coach received a raise. Coach Tony Bennett of the UVA declined this raise, requesting instead that the money go to compensate other staff members and improve other programs in the school. Bennett stated, "I have more than enough. There's such joy and celebration in seeing the team play well, and that is more than enough for me." This is what the scripture must mean when it refers to being a cheerful giver. And acts like this must be so pleasing to God. I can almost be certain that Coach Bennett did not do this because he wanted anything in return, or even to be recognized for this selfless act. I bet most of you all didn't even know that coaches got a raise when they won. I didn't know that coaches got a raise when they won. He didn't do it for the publicity. He did it for his fellow staff members and the overall well-being of UVA, which would ultimately benefit the students most of all. I bring this up because I see the same thing happen when the congregation gives to the church. It's like a ripple effect. When you give at the top, those gifts will diffuse throughout the whole church. Your gifts will benefit me as a youth member, they'll benefit your kids in the children's ministry, and they'll benefit all of our youth in the music program. Your gifts give shelter to those experiencing homelessness in the winter months. And to the parents and children of Buddy Group, a delightful ministry that I highly recommend all of you serve in. Gifts also keep the lights on. And let's be honest, we're all better off due to the power bill being paid. I don't have to be up here screaming at you to get this message across. Instead, I have a lovely microphone. Everything we do is in the interest of our church community. Remember, everything that you do has a purpose, and a great effect that you may never even personally see. We give our offering for money we've received to help the church as it helps us to be able to grow and serve in our community. We've often heard John Wesley, the founder of Methodist Church, being quoted saying, "Do all the good you can, by all the means you can, in all the ways you can, in all the places you can, at all the times you can, to all the people you can, as long as you ever can." We're actually not completely sure who said this. That's beside the point. We can all agree that this is something he would have said. Here are some other examples about how Wesley thought about money. Maybe because he grew up in poverty, seeing his father, an Anglican priest in one of England's lowest paying parishes, being marched off to debtor's prison, John accepted a more lucrative position, a teacher at Oxford University. John's salary increased dramatically from £30 annually, enough for a single man to live on, to £60, then £90, then £120, and eventually to over £1,000. Rather than believing, as some did, that money was inherently evil, Wesley thought of all the good one could do with money. More money meant more good. John Wesley knew how to earn money, and he did so quite well. An event which occurred while Wesley was at Oxford greatly impacted his views on giving. Evidently, after purchasing some pictures for his room, he noticed one winter day that one of the chambermaids had nothing to protect her from the cold except a thin linen gown. When he reached into his pocket to give her some money to buy a coat, he found he had too little left. Immediately, the thought struck him that the Lord was not pleased with the way he had spent his money. He asked himself, "Will thy master say, 'Well done, good and faithful steward, thou hast adorned thy wall with the money which might have screened this poor creature from the cold? O justice, O mercy, are these pictures not the blood of this poor maid?'" From that day, in 1731, Wesley was determined to maintain his standard of living at the same level and give away everything above that threshold. At that time, with earnings of £30 and living expenses of £28, he gave away £2. When his earnings increased to 60 pounds, he gave away 32. As they increased to 120 pounds, he continued to live on 28 and gave away 92 pounds. He continued this practice his entire life. Even when his income reached 1,400 pounds, he lived on 30 pounds and gave the rest away. He reports that he never had more than 100 pounds at any one time. Wesley became known for his saying, "What should rise is not the Christian standard of living, but his standard of giving." So, to put that in simpler terms, we live in excess. Why not use that excess to help those around us? All of us have been John Wesley at some point, and all of us have been the woman in the linen gown. And if you haven't, you probably will be. So give back. God calls us to share our gifts with our brothers and sisters in Christ.